Welcome back to the Holotables, everybody. We're going to do a video today just showcasing what type of mods you should be looking for buying in the mod store. If you don't know, recently there was an update that was made to the store that made all the mods in here 5-dot mods, which means that there's a lot more quality mods in here than there were before. So obviously, anytime you're going to buy mods out of here, you have to be comfortable with the amount of credits you have and the amount of ship credits you have. You can see I've got 34 million credits and about 15 million ship credits, so I'm okay spending a little bit of those. I should probably stockpile more, but I don't. So, but basically my strategy for looking in here is I don't typically look at the squares or the diamonds because squares and diamonds always have the same primary. So they always have offense on the square and then defense on the diamond. So my point is those mods are probably going to be a dime a dozen. So I would never really look at those very often unless they were like a certain type of mod. And that's because what I'm looking for out of these mods, I'm going to spend 4 million credits on a mod. It needs to be a perfect mod basically. So, and what I call a perfect mod means that the primary is right and the set is right and all of the secondaries are right. So you can't know what the secondaries are on green or blue or gray or purple mods. So you can never really be sure that that's a perfect mod. So I would be very careful about buying purple mods, purple or below mods, unless there was something really unique about it. Like maybe it was a triangle, for example, because triangles and squares too, to a lesser degree, are really, really rare. So if you see like a crit damage triangle with crit damage primary and set, and it's got 3 of the showing, mods or secondary stats are the ones that you want, then that might be one to buy, but you just know you're risking it not necessarily being a perfect mod. And the reason I'm looking for perfect mods is because the mod upgrade salvage is so rare if you're not refreshing the mod store, and I don't refresh the mod energy that much because I'm spending my energy elsewhere and I'm trying to pull energy for other purposes. So you're always going to have things that try to get your crystals, right? So I don't refresh mod energy. Maybe I should, but what I do is I'm very choosy about which mods I upgrade. And basically, if I'm going to buy a mod from the store, it needs to be pretty much a perfect mod. So this is a mod. This is an example here, and we're going to look through all these mods and kind of show you why I would buy them or why I wouldn't. So this is one that I would buy because it's a tenacity set and a tenacity primary, and that's a pretty rare combination. Plus it has 5 speed, and the other secondary stats aren't necessarily perfect, but if it's for a tank, then obviously the health and protection are really good, and the potency might be good if it's somebody like Scion, or if it's somebody like Nest who does apply debuffs, and you might want potency and protection and health on her, and speed is okay. I would prefer offense for her, but so overall, this is a pretty good mod. I'm gonna buy this mod, and we'll slice it in just a minute and see if we get anything good. But so let's look at these other mods. See, these are blue. I'm not even really gonna look at the blue or purple ones. The only ones that I might look at that are purple or below or if the set is something that I'm really looking for, like if I'm really focusing on speed right now, and I might look at this one and maybe upgrade it. I'm not going to for that one, but anyway, so mainly what I'm gonna look at is the yellow one. So this is a yellow one. It has gold rather. It has no secondary speed, so I'm not gonna worry about it. It's not gonna be worth 4 million credits if it doesn't have speed on it typically. And then none of these other ones I'm even gonna look at. I'm not gonna look at the grays because there's too much of a wild card for what's in there. I will look at the triangles and see if if it's a triangle and it's, got the right set and the right primary. I might consider it if it has a really good secondary speed. But a mod like this that has an offense set with defense on a triangle, it's a completely worthless mod. So I'm not even gonna look at these other ones. You can kind of take a look, but they're not gonna be great mods. So we're actually this shop is really, really cheap to refresh. So just for the purpose of the video, we're gonna refresh this shop and see if we can get any other good mods in here. So let's start at the top. Looks like we've got some golds to look through. So potency is pretty good. It's got a potency secondary, but it doesn't have speed, so I'm not gonna worry about it. This one has a mix of defensive and offensive mods. That's another thing you want to look at when you're considering if a mod is good or not. So if it's a defense set, that's typically going to go on someone who is a tank or is focusing on defense. Excuse me. So when a mod like this has offense and crit chance and defense and protection, it's just not going to be a good mod. General Skywalker kind of threw a wrench in that a little bit because he's one that you might actually want to put a defense set on. In which case you might want offense secondaries on it. So he's a little bit of a unique case, but offense set, defense primary is worthless. This is a speed set, so you got to look at it things like if I'm putting a speed set on someone, then speed is really, really important. So no matter what the secondaries are, if they're not speed, then I'm just going to go to the next one. So nothing great there. This is a speed set and it's a speed arrow, but I've got tons of speed arrows, of gray speed arrows, so I'm not concerned with that one. Let's take a look at this one. Now this one has tenacity and health and defense and offense. So I think this is actually a pretty good mod for somebody like Nest who likes the offense, because her offense ramps up, and then certainly defensive stats are good for her, and it's got the speed. So we're actually gonna buy this one, and we'll check out. We just happened to see 2 tenacity mods that we like. So sometimes if there's a triangle like this, it's a speed set and it's got crit damage. Crit damage is really, really important for a triangle, so sometimes I'll consider buying those and just rolling the dice, but for 3.5 million credits, I don't think it's worth the risk. So let's look at the rest of these and see. So this is one I'm gonna buy too, because it's a health set, it's a health primary, and it's got secondary health and secondary speed. So that's really good. And for somebody like anybody under a Padme lead, this is gonna be a really, really good mod. So I'm gonna buy this mod too. I don't normally see this many good mods, and honestly, with the where that my credits are getting, I probably wouldn't buy too many other mods either. So let's go slice these mods and see if we can get anything good. So I think we got a diamond and a circle, and then I think there was another one that was a cross. So let's go take a look at these mods and see. I'm gonna filter by unassigned mods. That'll be the fastest way for me to find it. So let's slice this mod and see what we get. I'm just gonna slice it all the way to 15 because it's gonna be a useful mod no matter what. Because it's tenacity set, tenacity primary. So let's see what we get. Okay, well, we got all the defensive sets that points went up. 5.7% protection, which is really good. 1.8% health, 10 speed. So that's a good mod. So I think that was a worthy mod to get. If the speed hadn't hit, I'd be pretty disappointed. But okay, let's try this one. One thing that probably would have been better on this one that I probably should have thought about was this is a tenacity set, so that means I care about tenacity. I probably should have waited for a tenacity primary, but oh well. We'll go ahead and slice this one up to 15. So defense and health hit, not great. I'll probably sell this mod. I probably won't use it, just because it didn't have the off. I'm more interested in the offense, and I probably should have held out for one that had a tenacity secondary. So, and then I think we bought a purple circle. Yeah. Okay. So for this one, we're gonna just do it up to 3, see what that is. So see, that's an offense. So this is actually like a pretty good mod for somebody like Padme, or somebody like Jedi Knight Anakin. This would be a really good mod for Jedi Knight Anakin. So let's take this one up to 12 and see what it does. So we got 13 speed, 60 offense. So that's actually pretty good. So speed hit twice, and it went from 4 to so that's a pretty good jump. So that's a mod that I'll probably slice this mod. I don't know if I have the materials or not. It looks like I'm close. Let's go ahead and slice this mod. Let's do it. We're gonna see if we can get a pretty good mod on camera here. I think I can refresh. Yeah, I can refresh. Oh, okay, we're gonna have to refresh again. And we're just gonna do a few of those. Okay. All right, let's slice it and see what hits. Health. So not the best mod, but still I think a worthy mod. I probably won't be the first one I take up to 6E, but it's definitely a good mod. A good, I would say a B tier mod here, since it's health primary and health secondary, health set, and good speed, decent speed, and an offense. So I think that's a really good mod. So we're gonna save that mod, and so I think for those two, we ended up with 2 decent mods. You know, the mods are expensive out of the store, so I'm at 25 million credits now. I probably won't buy any more until I get up to 30 or 40 million again, and then I'll start kind of shaving those off and buying mods. So anyway, I just wanted to do a video on that and kind of show you how I personally make decisions about which mods to level up and which I don't. And honestly, the slicing materials that you use are so rare if you're not refreshing that you have to be really careful about which ones you upgrade. So I try to keep a stock of these. You can see I've been slicing mods, so I don't have that many right now, but I try to keep a good stock of these in case I get a good mod. I can slice it all the way up if I need to. So anyway, that's all for the video, and I will continue to be just doing random videos like this, and for just different things and different kind of strategies for how I kind of play the game and how I try to maintain good resources and stuff like that. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.